we're going to have Deb come and share with us. Glory to God. Come on up, Deb. And she's doing this for a class, right? I mean, we are meeting some qualifications here with her education. But I'm telling you, I'm not a very good advertiser for ourselves, but I am so pumped and pleased with Believers Fellowship as a church overall. You people and all the leadership here, and the leadership is more than who's on staff. But this little gal, I remember when she first came on board, asked Tammy and asked Deb about how fun it is to come on board Believers Fellowship staff, and they'll just give you a real negative answer. You know, like, it was crap, whatever. Don't listen to that. But part of it was, I remember when they came on board, it's like they kept saying, well, I don't know if they did. I don't know what they were thinking. But it appeared to me that they were always kind of referring to themselves as secretaries. And they weren't feeling like they're measuring up. And frankly, as secretaries, they weren't. They were pathetic. And some of them still are pathetic. But anyway, as far as just working programs, because I had a few, I had a few secretaries that came and helped and volunteered that were really good. Myrna was good. Kathy Jasper was good. As far as that kind of work, I could give them things that, man, they knew they grew up with a computer. I mean, they're the ones that developed it, I think. Really, Kathy actually was a major player in developing programs for banks in the early days. But anyway, I'll say all that I kept telling them, I said, you guys aren't secretaries. You'll answer the phone, you'll do this stuff, and you'll try to get through your computer. But I said, you're ministers of the gospel, and that's why you're on board. And I just want to say this, that even I doubted it off and on. But I'm telling you, we have some of the most terrific ministers of the gospel in the whole world right here. And Deb has not only studied, she's read more stuff than you could even put in your house. But not only read it, but sought to understand it and does understand it. I want you to know I spend time with Deb. When we get a chance, we don't get a whole lot of chance. Actually, we don't get much time at all to get to see each other, talk to each other. But every once in a while, we'll get a moment or two where we can just, so much of what I share with you and the power comes from my staff and what they share with me as they research. And so every book she likes, I go get and stick on my shelf. Read a little bit, but anyway, I just want to say how proud I am of her and how confident I am of her abilities. And boy, I tell you what, she and I were talking the other day. Sometimes, not that we want to just meet with people all the time, but some of you could gain so much in your life if you quit trying to just do it on your own and come get some help. As far as, and the help is, we help draw out of you what God's already placed inside you. But I'm telling you, you need help to do that. And that's what we do with each other, too. So I don't know, didn't mean to do an advertisement, but proud of you, Deb. Go for it.
The wise man built his house on the rock. The wise man built his house on the rock. The wise man built his house on the rock. And the rain came tumbling down. The rain came down and the flood came up. The rain came down and the flood came up. The rain came down and the flood came up. And the house amounted to feel. The foolish man built his house on the sand. The foolish man built his house on the sand. The foolish man built his house on the sand. And the rain came tumbling down. The rain came down and the flood came up. The rain came down and the flood came up. The rain came down and the flood came up. And the house amounted to smash.
That last building that you saw fell July 4th of this year in Singapore. 13 stories of a building they were erecting, And the rains came down, and that's what happened. One person died in that.
We're not going to that building.
Yeah, we're not going to that one. Yeah. Yeah. It's absolutely imperative that you know what your foundation is built on. Probably every time you've heard me speak, it has some sort of flavor about this. Looked at my life and I went, my foundation is not working for me. And what happened in me, and I'm not so different from other people, is I tried to erect an enormous structure, which was my life, based on all of the things that I thought I believed. You know, as Christians, we have all of these things that we're supposed to believe: prosperity and healing and victory and all of the stuff that are the promises of God. They are ours. And then one day I just looked and went, I can't hold this up anymore. I can't hold up that I believe this, and I can't hold up that I believe that. And so I'd like to share with you just a few things about the questions that I'd asked myself. The reference to that song is Matthew 7, verses 24 through 27. And that is what that was a parable of Jesus. And he said, if you're going to build your life on something that is solid, because when the storms come, and they're going to come, you're going to be able to stand. There's going to be something. And what I found myself is when storms started hitting me, what I thought I had built wasn't standing. I was trying to prop it up, but in the silence of my own time with the Lord, I had to be honest and say, I am really tired of trying to prop this up and trying to make it look as though my life is solid and square and I don't have things teetering. So anyway, you might want to reference that for later. One of the things that I thought I believed, which was pretty solid, was I believe in God. and came across a verse in James, the 2nd chapter, verse 19. It says, you believe there's one God? That's good. Even the demons believe that, and they shudder. Okay, I'm going to have to shore up. I'm going to have to do something a little more substantial than say I believe in God. What kind of God do I believe in? Because the kind of God you believe in really builds the life that you're going to live. Hebrews 11:6 says, and without faith it is impossible to please God. We've all heard that. So for me, I spent 20 years trying to stir up faith, build faith, dig up faith, make faith happen, figure out what in the world faith was. I got to get some faith because without it, it is impossible to please God. Who wants to be displeasing to God? I didn't want to. I didn't really know what that meant, but I knew it probably wouldn't be very good. So like I said, 2 decades of trying to figure out what faith was and how to make it happen. And all I could say is I believe in God. Well, the demons even believe that. Okay,